Everything you just saw was shot on the Potensic Atom 2 here. This is basically a little DJI Mini clone drone, closer to the DJI Mini 3, I would say, but it does have some pretty cool and standout features that drone does not. We're gonna get into all that here, guys. Here's a quick overview of some specs, and we're gonna talk about this thing and break it down to see if it's a good fit for you. So first off, let's talk about the image quality of this drone. It utilizes a 1/2-inch Sony sensor, and in great light, it is fantastic. It's got some just great image quality, shooting up to 4K 30 in HDR. If you're into photos, it does shoot up to 8K, and you can even utilize raw photos if you are somebody who loves to edit your photos and get the most out of them. This is going to be a great beginner drone, and also if you do love to travel, being under that 250-gram limit in a lot of places means that you don't have to register or have a license of any kind. Of course, you have to always follow the local laws and regulations, but it doesn't require you to jump through a lot of the hoops that some of the bigger drones do. I'm reviewing the screen remote fly more combo, but there are a few variations of this drone that you can pick up if you don't need or want the actual controller with the screen built in. You can get the one that utilizes your smartphone, like a lot of them do as well. I personally love the controller. It's probably one of my favorite parts of this whole setup here. It's just fantastic quality. It's got a big, bright 700 nit 5.5-inch screen, and flying it's just easy and intuitive. The build quality and just overall feel of the controller is absolutely fantastic. If you're on the fence about spending the extra money on it, I would definitely pull the trigger. It's so nice just to have a controller to take out of the bag and press the on button and it's connected and off you go. Rather than fighting with a phone that's getting constant messages and airplane mode and all that stuff, I really like the option at least to have when picking with this drone. Here's some more footage clips, and again, I'll let you be the judge of the quality. With anything in this range and size, the smaller sensors, it's gonna be best in really, really good light. It also uses AI for tracking, which is just fantastic. It does basically quick shots if you're familiar with DJI drones, where you just basically set a waypoint and it does the moves for you, which can lead to some really, really nice footage, especially if you're posting to social or something like that. Overall, it's just very easy to fly. You can pick up this drone even if you're new and get going right away. One caveat if you are new is that this drone does not have any obstacle avoidance. So if you are somebody new and you want to get really brave with this thing, just know you're probably going to crash it if you're flying near trees or branches you can't see very well. That's really something to consider. I found the AI tracking really great, really reliable, and it's fun. It's got all the shots that you could really want. And if you did want to basically just highlight the subject that you want, you can actually just fly around and it will keep tracking that spot. If you are somebody who does post to social media a lot, it does actually shoot in vertical mode as well. It's not something that I do a ton, but I could appreciate that. Rather than cropping in and losing a bunch of your image quality, you can just flip it into vertical mode and off you go. In terms of the range that you're going to get, it is rated up to 10 kilometers. And I have to say that I was pretty impressed with the range overall when it comes to keeping in contact. Rule of thumb is you want to keep line of sight with your drone, but just know that this thing is very capable and the range is definitely not going to disappoint you. It does use satellite positioning and has that awesome return to home feature in case you do lose contact with your drone. It's going to come right back to that home spot. It also has level 5 wind resistance, so if there's a little bit of breeze, you're going to be okay, but you don't want to be flying your drone in the wind for the most part. It's just adding to the chance that you might crash it or lose it altogether, but it is kind of built so that little gusts or mediocre weather conditions are going to be handled just fine. In terms of flight time, it's just great, up to 32 minutes they claim, and I found in the real world results, it's pretty darn accurate. Probably aim for more the 28 to 30 mark, just depending on the speed and the wind and where you're flying and your conditions and whatnot, but by no means was I disappointed with the flight time of this drone. The Fly More combo also comes with 3 batteries and a charger, so pretty much you're gonna have all the battery you need for whatever you're gonna do. And it does charge very, very quickly, which I absolutely love. One thing I'm not a huge fan of is the charging brick that it comes with. Instead of charging from basically like a USB Type-C, it actually has a brick with a little power adapter that you have to go into the side. I'm sure that contributes to the faster charging, which I appreciate, but versatility and always having access to that is going to be something probably that most people don't have all the time. If your phone's running low or something, you also can use that little battery pack as a battery backup for your phone or for whatever you need to charge in a pinch. It does have AI night mode, which is supposed to enhance your footage in lower light situations, but take it with a grain of salt because any sensor this small is really going to struggle when there's not a ton of light to play around with. That said, it does a decent job, but just keep your expectations in line. For the best quality and footage out of your drone, I'd really recommend picking up an ND filter. They do sell a little adjustable or VND, variable neutral density filter, and that's going to improve your quality by keeping your shutter speed reasonable as you fly. It's just a little clip-on thing, and as the light changes, you can adjust it. So I really like that aspect, and just for a couple bucks, I'd really recommend that you pick it up. I really enjoy this drone. I think it's a great beginner or travel drone. It's just really easy to use. It's comfortable, it's intuitive, and I really enjoy the AI quick shots, tracking modes, and just ease of use overall. One thing I do wish they'd add in the future is a time-lapse mode. I really love drone time-lapses, and if there was just a really simple time-lapse photo feature, I think it would just add to the versatility of this little drone. Overall, if you're in the market for a little mini drone like this and you're thinking about this guy versus DJI, if you can even get the DJI anymore, I think this is a great middle ground with a lot of great features, good build quality, and definitely the price is right. If there happens to be any deals on this drone, and there might just be right now, I will drop them down in the description for you. Let me know what you think about this product, and if you're planning on picking up, check out the affiliate link down there as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and like always, make mistakes, be yourself, and get out there and take some more pictures. See you next time.